It is indeed. Augie, quick one before we close off our Manchester United discussion. It has, of course, to do with the takeover. You know, is it on? Is it off? What's the latest there? And can you give Man United fans some sort of hope?
It's been 10 months now, hasn't it, since they started looking for strategic alternatives, I think was the phrase. Look, I mean, there was a story at the weekend that the Glazers were gonna, cancel plans to sell, certainly in the immediate term. But, ever since then, it's been a case of nobody involved with the banking people or the people that have stood that up. But the news was enough to wipe off more than £500 million of the club's value on the stock exchange in New York. So it means that in terms of what they're listed as, the price, the valuation of the share price on the New York Stock Exchange, the club's worth around £3 billion, which is basically half of what the Glazers want as a kind of an opening offer for the club. I mean, some people think they can get 10 billion for it, which I don't quite get. But the Glazers want £6 million. Now, the bids that they've had in so far are around about the £5 billion mark. But, the fact is that on the stock exchange, the club is worth £3 billion. Now, the difference in valuation is that, Man United are a prized asset, so if the best house on the best street comes available, you're going to pay more for it, even if it's falling down, because it's the best house on the best street, and a bit of TLC will make it better again. And that's what the situation with United. Somebody will come in with the money and the resources, hopefully in the eyes of the fans, and and make it better again, and do the stadium as it should be, invest in the right players and the right coaching staff, all that sort of thing. So that's why the club needs investment. But in terms of how the Glazers are going to sell, I don't know. Rob doesn't know. Nobody knows apart from probably Abram and Joel Glazer, because they're the two that are holding it up. And right from the outset, they've been the two that have been pulling the strings. We all know that for the Glazers, there's 6 Glazers on the board. There's Brian, there's Edward, there's Kevin, there's Darcy. They aren't interested. They just want to take the money out and cash in the chips. Joel and Abram want to stick around because they think that down the line the club's going to be worth a lot more. So, but the problem is if the club is not winning things and the commercial revenue is dropping all the time, the stadium's beginning to fall down, or certainly leak, they're not going to win much. Where's the joy in Man United? So it's purely a financial decision. It's not a sporting decision. That's the frustration of the fans, that they're not putting the team first. They're putting the financial element of it first, and it's pure greed, basically. But it's been the case like that since 2005 when they took over. So we're all hoping it comes to an end soon. I mean, I am, and Rob surely is, because all the time we're getting these updates, they're not really updates. It's boring now. It's becoming really boring. Please sell the club so we can move on and talk about a different era.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.